to Maths on Radio, a program catalyzed and supported by National Council for Science and Technology Communication, Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi.
सोचो सीखो बोलो बदलो सोचो सीखो बोलो बदलो चमका दो दुनिया को जीत लो इस जहां को
सोचो सीखो बोलो बदलो सिर्फ मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के साथ 107.8 FM मस्ट रेडियो पर।
एक दो तीन चार पाँच छः सात आठ नौ 10 11 12 13।
क्या पूजा, तेरा क्या गिनती नहीं आती क्या?
नहीं आता रे, उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा?
उसके लिए तुझे 107.8 मस्ट रेडियो पे मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो सुनना पड़ेगा।
वाओ, दैट मींस घर पे बैठ के मैथ सीखो। दैट्स ऑसम।
Welcome back, friends. This is episode number 3 of Math on Radio on 107.8 FM Must Radio and this is RJ Priyal. पिछले साल हमने Math on Radio का एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट किया था which was a challenging, learning and wonderful experience. उसमें हमारे साथ हमारे कम्युनिटी मेंबर जुड़े थे अमित यादव। आइए सुनते हैं उनका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा था।
हाय, मेरा नाम अमित है और मैं यहाँ पे कदमवाड़ी में रहता हूँ। जब मेरा ग्रेजुएशन चल रहा था, यानी जब मैंने ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट किया था, तब मैं मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो से जुड़ा था। मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो का जो अनुभव था वो काफ़ी पेचीदा था, यानी कि बहुत ऐसे डर लगता था मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो नाम सुन के। जब भी हम स्टूडियो में आया करते थे तो सर अक्सर हमें बस यही पे काम जुटा देते थे कि मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो का काम करो, मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के लिए स्क्रिप्ट रखो, ये वो इतना। हालांकि ये लाइन जो है मैंने असल में ऐसी बोलनी चाहिए थी कि हाँ भाई, मैं पहले बहुत परेशान था और फिर मुझे मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो मिला। हालांकि ये जो एडवर्टाइज जो जैसे करती है, लेकिन मुझे इतनी भी खुशी नहीं हो रही है कि मैं मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के लिए अभी भी काम कर रहा हूँ। मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो का जो पहला पर्व था जिसमें हम सभी ने काम किया था, रेडियो से अभी भी डरता हूँ और तभी भी डरता था। असल में मैथ्स जो है या फिर गणित जो है, ये विषय ही मेरे को कभी पसंद नहीं था। जब स्कूल लाइफ में जब मैं ये फेस कर रहा था, जब मैथ्स यानी गणित फेस कर रहा था, तभी से मुझे कभी मैथ्स यानी गणित कभी पसंद आया ही नहीं। मैं हर टाइम बस ऐसे ही कुछ भी जुगाड़ करके कॉपी करके पास हुआ करता था और ये सिलसिला काफी 10वीं तक तो ऐसे ही चला। फिर मुझे बहुत पसंद था कि मैं साइंस में अपना एडमिशन लूं या फिर कॉमर्स में, लेकिन मुझे पता चला कि वहां पे भी मैथ्स है, तो इसके लिए मैंने आर्ट्स ज्वाइन किया। लेकिन मेरा बहुत बुरा नसीब निकला कि मैं जब रेडियो पहुंचा तो मुझे मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो से फिर से फेस करना पड़ा, फिर से वही काम करना पड़ा। मैं इससे भागने की बहुत कोशिश की, लेकिन खैर मैं नहीं भाग सका। हालांकि जब भी मैं मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो का नाम सुनता था तो पसीने छूट जाते थे। मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ उनका जिन्होंने ऐसी खोज के निकाली, अगर वो न होते तो पता नहीं क्या होता। मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के बारे में अगर और भी कुछ बातें कही जाए तो मैं ये कहूंगा कि मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो ये सुन के मतलब स्क्रिप्टिंग, गाने, प्रोमोज, ये बार बार वही हैमरिंग होता रहा। जैसे कि कुछ भी करना है आपको मैथ्स के लिए, कुछ तो करना है, ये ढूंढना है, ये सोचना है, ये करना है, कुछ भी करो आपको मैथ्स के बारे में ही लिखना है, मैथ्स के बारे में ही बोलना है। ये सोच कर और यही रिकॉर्ड कर यानी एडिट कर, कुछ भी करते वक्त मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो की ये बातें कुछ आपके जहन में इस कदर बैठ जाती है कि जैसी एक थ्योरी होती है कि किसी भी चीज की अगर आप ज्यादा करके हैमरिंग की जाए, यानी कि बार बार वही चीज अगर आपको रट के बताई जाए कि हाँ भाई ये करना है, ये करना है, ये करना है, या फिर आप में ये कमी है, ये कमी है, ये कमी है, वो कमी ना होने के बावजूद भी आपको ये लगने लगता है कि शायद में वो कमी मुझ में जरूर होगी। तो ऐसा ही कुछ मेरे बारे में भी हुआ। जब मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के पहले पर्व में हम काम कर रहे थे तब ऐसा लगा कि यार ये मैथ्स क्या है क्या। फिर तंग आके पता नहीं ये कब पसंद आने लगा, कब इसमें हम सब लोग घुस गए और सभी लोग काम करने लगे। काम करते करते कुछ पता ही नहीं चला कि हाँ यार ये जो पूरा 90 एपिसोड का जो हमने एक पर्व किया था मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो का, जिसमें हमने सभी तरह के से हम घुल मिल गए थे और वो काम अक्सर में मैथ्स का था। इस पे सही में अभी यकीन नहीं आता कि हाँ यार सही में हमने मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के लिए काम किया था। लेकिन अभी दूसरी बार जब मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो का नाम निकला है या फिर दूसरा पर्व अभी जो फिर से शुरू हुआ है, जैसे ये दूसरा पर्व शुरू हुआ है तो ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं लगता कि यार मैथ्स अभी बहुत बोरिंग है या फिर यार ये नहीं करना चाहिए मैथ्स, ऐसे अभी कुछ भी नहीं लगता। अभी तो ऐसा लगता है ठीक है यार जब चल, अभी लास्ट टाइम तो अपन ने कर लिया था, लास्ट टाइम तो अपन ने सभी ने किया था, तो इस बार तो काफी कुछ ज्यादा कठिन नहीं होगा, एकदम आसान होगा, हम यूं ही कर लेंगे। तो बस इसी उम्मीद के साथ हम फिर से जुड़े हैं मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के लिए। तो देखते हैं अभी आगे क्या होता है।
Maths is 50% formula, 50% proof and 50% imagination.
ओए तेरी इमेजिनेशन बंद कर यार, ऐसे मैथ सिखाएगी तो क्या इस देश का भला होगा। मस्त लाया है आपके लिए मजेदार और अनोखा तरीका आपको मैथ सिखाने का। मॉर्निंग 9 AM, 1 PM and 7 PM daily only on 107.8 Must Radio. For more information, log on to radiomust@gmail.com. तो आप घर बैठे बैठे रेडियो सुनो और बन जाओ आइंस्टाइन।
आप आइंस्टाइन बने ना बने, यहाँ मैथ ऑन रेडियो पे हमारा एम है कि आपका मैथमेटिक्स का डर दूर करे। अभी रिसेंटली हमारे कंट्री में लोकसभा और विधानसभा इलेक्शंस हुए थे। आइए जानते हैं हमारे मैथमेटिशियन डॉक्टर पाटकर से कि ये इन इलेक्शंस में मैथ्स कैसे इन्वॉल्व है।
Hello friends, welcome back to 107.8 FM Must Radio. This is the second phase of Maths on Radio. Today we are going to talk about the mathematical part of the elections. Recently the elections were held in the country as well as various states including our state Maharashtra. Now people will think what is the big deal about elections? Now it is a big part of democracy and things like that. But we have with us our very own in-house mathematician Dr. Vivek Patkar who is going to also discuss how mathematics is an important part of the elections. Dr. Patkar, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Is it true people think that there is no math, or what math got to do with elections?
No, it is a wrong notion. Really speaking, election is a big number game. I can call it that way in variety of ways. In terms of number of voters, if you consider Indian democracy per se, people feel it's only politics or political parties playing their part. No, but to conduct such elections in a peaceful manner, systematic manner, and without any, you can say, doubt,
right,
is a really big game management issue which Election Commission of India holds every often.
Yeah, so basically the Election Commission of India is playing mathematics so that we can actually take part in the democratic process.
Right, because they have to manage numbers on various fronts, to first of all make the voters list. That itself is a big number.
Okay, it is not just data entry.
Not data entry, you have to verify, then conduct that list, enter their names correctly, give their number properly, and then assign them to various polling booths, and all those kind of things require lot of data management kind of exercise.
Let us talk about a very basic mathematics when it comes to a polling booth.
Yeah.
How is the how do you conduct the entire thing? What will the Election Commission of India think of various parameters?
Yeah. Over the many years, they have collected the data about how much time it takes to finish one person entering the booth and coming out of that. After
Really, even that is taken into consideration?
Yes. Because that is the minimum time which is required, and it is now coming around 2.9 minutes. Let us say 3 minutes.
So you mean to say 3 minutes are required for one person to
cast his vote, because he has to enter the room.
Correct.
Then the officer there will announce his name. So all the party representative that you verify like that. Then he will verify his card,
his identity card.
Like. Then once it is okay, then it goes to next person. Then he puts a thumb mark on the etc. Finger. Then he has given the sheet previously.
Correct.
It used to be like that, but now he has to sign on
piece of paper.
Then he goes to the voting machine, vending machine, whatever, and he presses button. Or previously he used to put the stamp.
Correct.
Like that. This whole process takes around 3 minutes.
Okay.
Because they have to conduct very systematically, slowly this process. There is no iota of doubt should be there.
Right.
Like
Free
that.
and fair elections.
Right. So if you take 3 minutes per person, average size of the election booth, they have found out to be 1,000 person it should cater.
Generally.
Like that, you average. So somewhere it may be more
or less,
because they can't engage many booths like that. So if you say 1,000 person and 3 minutes per person, means they have to manage 3,000 minutes in a day.
Correct.
Right.
And now with the 11 hours,
11 means 660 minutes are available. Like
correct.
that. So at least 5 to 6 rooms have to be there,
so that
this process could be completed like that. But what happens? Each room is to be managed by 4 to 5 person.
Correct.
Means number of persons should be at least 20 to 25 to manage this 5 rooms, say,
right.
Like that. Now you multiply these kind of booths over the state, over the region, over the whole country. You can imagine what kind of manpower is required.
Unbelievable.
So they have to think about that. From where will they get manpower? From government offices, banks, teaching community, and like that. So like census operation, this is also a very huge operation involved like that.
So if you just recap, 1,000 approximately, or on average 1,000 voters per booth.
Yeah.
Now, for example, if you take the Lok Sabha elections, 543 seats, and we can say 125 crore people. So we have to understand how many of these 125 crore people have to be accommodated across so many polling booths with an average of 1,000 per booth.
Yeah. So it is very huge. That's why they have to start well in advance.
Correct.
Because each election, at least in India, still we have got increasing population trend. So more and more voters are coming into electoral college.
Correct.
Voters list like that.
Right.
So we have to increase the number of booths, manpower, everything in that proportion. Yes. And so it is a very, you can say, not only number, but it is a very costly affair also. People don't understand.
Why do you think it's a costly affair?
See, let me show you some statistics. If you take the first election, right? First Lok Sabha election 1952, the government, because these election commissions has to spend money from allotted by budget like that, that expenditure was 10 crore 45 lakh rupees.
In the first Lok Sabha election?
In the first election. And in recent 2014 election, the estimated is 1,500 crore rupees.
So the proportion of population has also gone up, the expenditure has also
gone up like that. So even if you reduce it to constant price, it is a very huge amount.
Exactly.
This is the current prices, but even at constant price, if you reduce, it is a very huge amount.
So approximately 1,500 crore was the expenditure for the Election Commission of India this time to conduct the Lok Sabha election, 2014.
Like that. So you can now count on state election, all those elections of government has to make recommendation.
Correct.
So the message is that election should not be held very frequently.
Right.
This is the official government of India spending the money. Now, if you add each party, each candidate expenditure, then you can
black and white,
whatever like that. So the amount of money involved, and in a way, you look it from development point of view, it is unproductive.
Right.
It is just for governing machinery to be in place. We are spending so much of money, and then they have to deliver like that. That's why voters should think that they should vote clear
for a stable government.
Yeah, it's a stable government. So at least 5 years, let them do whatever good or bad they want to do like that. But we cannot afford this kind of huge expenditure.
Now also the population has also grown up. what is the mathematics in the number of contestants, for example? People are also very eager to contest, not just vote.
It is a democracy. Everybody can stand with having minimum requirements like that. Again, I will refer to the same electoral statistics pocketbook by Election Commission of India. In the first election, 1951, I am talking about the Lok Sabha election again. There were only about 2,000 contestants.
Okay. For the 543 seats
543
that we have.
So average was, it was slightly less number, 543.
That time.
Because there was not states.
Number of states, correct.
Like that. So, but still, if you just say, apply same 543, average
Still
could have been 4 or 5 like
per
that.
constituency.
It reached the highest in 1996
Elections?
Around that, it was 14,000.
Oh, so 543 seats in 1996, 14,000 contestants were there.
Yeah.
So that almost makes it, approximately 300 per...
it was very huge number.
Very huge.
Yeah, and then this recent Lok Sabha, it has come down to 8254.
So 8254 contestants for 543 seats.
So it is more than 10. At least 10 candidates
Minimum.
per Lok Sabha seat, So, and this number has been steadily increasing. If you leave out that exception 40,000, this number has been around, means 10 average
At
is
least
generally
for each country.
each
Which is a good number considering the fact that the total number of population is there.
No, and see, there are parties also, no?
Correct.
See, number of parties are also gone up, no?
Okay.
That is the another indicator like that. See, in the first election again, there are only 50 parties.
Regional, national,
All those are.
all.
There are separate categories and well defined. And now parties are more than 350.
So that is again.
So it has, the base has widened in that sense. Some number of political parties, aspirations have gone up. So
Right.
number of candidates also increasing like that.
So the election commission has to keep a track of all these numbers.
All these numbers, and accordingly, even if it is your ballot paper printing or now electronic machine, they have to redesign every time. It is not constant.
Correct.
Every time they have to reprogram it, and expenditure on that is to be specifically made. And
Right.
So
And that's the reason why many a times we have multi-phased elections so that it can be taken care of easily, or does it make it mathematically simpler?
no, multi-phase election is not on account of these factors. It is more on account of security.
Okay.
Many times they have to move the security forces internal, because they cannot hire many
Right.
armed forces like
So
that.
that number of security personnel of all types has to be considered.
Has to be considered, because they cannot recruit people like
At the last moment.
For otherwise, for other work they can recruit, but for security they have to have the forces available.
Correct.
So depending on the state's position, etc. So if it is to be held simultaneously at so many places, then they will spread very thin.
So again, the state has to provide the number.
Right.
The police or the paramilitary forces
Available,
or the
and-
army or
and
other.
Some are called sensitive booths, so they have to take double security there. So there are various things like that's why this long phase election.
But I think each and every factor is dependent on some number.
Number and its analysis and interpretation.
Okay.
It is not just number for number's sake.
Correct.
It doesn't add 2 plus 2 equal to 4. It may be 2 plus 2 equal to 5 also sometimes.
Right.
In terms of troublemaker
Security.
and all those kind of things are there like that. So, but they are basing their all processes on numbers.
Okay.
That is the whole, because it gives a finality. There is no subjectivity.
Okay.
So they can straight away show that even there is a difference of 1 means he is the winner. Who has got plus 1 vote like that.
Correct.
So they have to really keep down all these numbers in paper and give clear instructions. Again, instructions have to be given very clear.
Correct.
That if it is exceeding this limit, you have to stop. All those kind of things are. So everything is based on the numbers.
Numbers, exactly. Also talking about the polling time, generally is it considered, earlier it was office hours from 9 to 5, now it has gone from 8 to 6. Does that also mathematically help to encourage more number of people to come?
Yeah, that's why this time in Maharashtra it was from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
11 hours
Right.
like that. Yeah, because again the past experience shows that some people are superstitious. They had, in democracy we have to accommodate everybody. So like that. Some people in some institutions they don't give the leave to the people, although it is mandatory, but some private companies say
There's
they
a
don't
difference
give.
between
So
mandatory and compulsory.
that is what I'm saying. So So they are given half day leave, something
Right.
like that. So they have to come early, like that, or they have to travel a long distance.
Correct.
Still, many places like that. That's why number of hours, as much as possible, they try to give like that.
Accommodate.
But generally, they don't want to go beyond sunset.
Okay.
Yeah. So nighttime travel, nighttime, all these things should be avoided. So maybe start early and finish by 5 o'clock or 6.
So basically, in our daily life, mathematical concepts are applied according to the context and according to the other information and situation, and only then you actually get the applied mathematics result.
Yeah, and see, election commission has to play at every stage the mathematics. You know,
Correct.
number the voters, the seat. Now see, in our constitution, we have frozen 1971 census figure as to be taken base for delimitation of constituencies.
Okay.
And now it will be changed after 2026 census. Means 2031 census, when its results will be available, then they will be again delimiting the whole area like
Okay,
that. So
right.
it is a combination of both mathematics, geography.
Right,
mapping.
because of the rapid urbanization, different areas are getting more and more population. So every time, even during the non-election time, the election commission has to constantly play with the numbers and understand them.
Yes, yes, that is because the number change, the constitution structure change, political parties make different representations.
Right,
all those things are
And again,
very
the
accommodated.
booth also changes. The number of voters per booth also
Yeah,
changes.
It is very big number. That's why I said it is a very big number game.
Right.
Another is the census, but almost parallelly this process
Happens.
is to be done every 5 years. Census is once in 10 years.
Correct.
This is done every 5 years for Lok Sabha.
Lok
And
Sabha.
for another
States
state
again,
it
that
is
keeps on happening.
constantly, it is to be updated and like
So
that.
election is a very big example of mathematical modeling.
May not be very serious modeling, but real use of numbers, number
Happens.
crunching,
Correct.
and updating the numbers and accuracy. Accuracy is very important. There is no approximation allowed here. It has to be 100% correct. This
Correct.
way or that way, like
That
that.
way,
So they have to be very precise in their numbers, their statements,
Right.
in making expenditures. All these things are
Yes. Sir.
important.
Finally, what would you like to tell us about the book called the Electoral Statistics Pocket Book by the Election Commission of India?
Yeah, this is a very wonderful book which gives lot of information, both figures, certain rules, regulations, how the President of India's election is held, what is the number, how the numbers are computed there. It
Okay.
is different thing.
Correct.
Because it is not all mass. No? We have
It is
got
only by the elected representatives.
So how much each vote means, etc., how it is computed. So all those details are there.
Okay.
Then all these statistical things, right from the first census up to 2009 census election, they are given. Right from first Lok Sabha election till 2009 election, Lok Sabha election, the results are given about contestants, number of votes, male, female distribution,
Right.
how many women candidates were there. Variety of figures are there,
Details.
and they can be interpreted, they can be projected also.
Right.
As a statistical exercise, if this is the trend, what will happen for the next election? Like that. That's a good exercise for those who are number-minded people.
Absolutely.
They can use that book very efficiently.
So I think the message to all the listeners through this program called Maths on Radio is that numbers are extremely important and they can be used anywhere and everywhere in elections, of course, where the youngsters who are above 18 participate. I think they should have a brief background of this so that they can actually understand the seriousness of conducting or designing such kind of elections.
Yeah, surely.
Yes. So friends, that was Dr. Vivek Patkar telling us about the mathematics involved in election designing or conducting elections. We will be talking about such kind of issues and applied mathematics in our future episodes. Do stay tuned to 107.8 FM Must Radio.
So this is what Dr. Patkar had to tell us about how elections is such a big mathematical sum that we try solving every 5 years. I'm RJ Priyal on 107.8 Must Radio, and if you want to send us a feedback, do write to us on our email ID radiomust@gmail.com. That is radiomust@gmail.com. You can also listen to all our episodes on our website by logging on to www.mustradio.in. That is www.mustradio.in. जाते जाते दोस्तों हमने हमारे कुछ दोस्तों से बात की अबाउट देयर लाइकिंग एंड डिसलाइकिंग ऑफ मैथ्स। तो अब सुनते हैं उनका क्या कहना है।
Hello, my name is Vaiti Patel. I stay in Nala Sopara and I'm right now doing B.Ed from Santa Cruz. Basically, I don't like maths because there are too many formulas and methods to remember which I cannot. Since from starting the maths was too boring for me and it was really very headache to remember every formulas and steps and everything methods. So that's the reason why I hate maths. Yeah, obviously there are so many new methods which makes maths interesting. Online sites है जहाँ पे maths innovatively सिखाया जाता है. So due to that can be made easy, simple and interesting.
ओके, मेरा नाम आलोक सिंह है। रिसेंट में अभी बीएड कर रहा हूँ वाला कॉलेज से और मैंने एमएससी मैथ्स में कंप्लीट किया हुआ है। मुझे मैथ अच्छा इसलिए लगता है क्योंकि मैथ हायर लेवल पे एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंकिंग करनी होती है जो कि मुझे पसंद है। पर अभी के लिए मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि जो जूनियर कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट हैं उनको मैथ अच्छे से पढ़ाने के लिए मैंने बीएड कोर्स ऑप्ट किया है और आगे मैं ट्राई करूँगा कि मैं हायर क्लासेस के लिए भी मतलब पढ़ाने की कोशिश करूंगा। ये स्कूल लेवल से ये क्लियर हो जाता है बच्चों को क्योंकि वो टाइप से नहीं पढ़ाते हैं जिससे पढ़ाना चाहिए। और ऑब्जेक्ट यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे हम लोग लोअर क्लासेस में ऑब्जेक्ट यूज कर सकते हैं और विजुअल गाइड एड यूज कर सकते हैं, ऑडिटरी यूज कर सकते हैं। अप्लाइड तो हाँ, अप्लाइड का एक ब्रांच आता है जो इंजीनियरिंग में अप्लाई करते हैं। प्योर मैथमेटिक्स का वही मैं बात कर रहा था कि जो अबव बीएससी लेवल है या बीएससी लेवल है तो उसमें एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंकिंग करनी पड़ती है और उसी के एप्लीकेशंस जो होते हैं वो इंजीनियरिंग, बीएमएस, बीकॉम में यूज होते हैं। मैथ्स हर जगह जरूरी है। आप उठेंगे वहां से जरूरी है कितने बजे उठना है, तो आप मैथ से जानते हैं कि 4 बजे उठना है। फिर आप टाइम कैलकुलेट करते हैं कि मेरे को यहाँ से स्टेशन पहुंचने में कितना समय लगेगा। फिर गाड़ी का आप करते हैं और कैलकुलेट करते हैं कि कितना टाइम में मैं पहुंच सकता हूँ घर पे।
This was episode number 3. This is RJ Priyal. Keep listening to 107.8 Mast Radio for more of such math masti. We will have more of this math masti in our episode number 6, where on 107.8 FM Mast Radio at 9 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 7 o'clock in the evening. And also at any time of your comfort on our website www.mustradio.in. That is www.mustradio.in. Keep listening to 107.8 Mast Radio.
Maths is 50% formula, 50% proof and 50% imagination.
ओए तेरी इमेजिनेशन बंद कर यार, ऐसे मैथ सिखाएगी तो क्या इस देश का भला होगा। मस्त लाया है आपके लिए मजेदार और अनोखा तरीका आपको मैथ सिखाने का। Starting from 28 February morning 9 a.m., 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. daily only on 107.8 Must Radio. For more information, log on to radiomust@gmail.com. तो आप घर बैठे बैठे रेडियो सुनो और बन जाओ आइंस्टाइन।
दोस्तों आज के लिए बस इतना ही। मैथ्स से जुड़ी जानकारियों के लिए सुनते रहिए हमारा प्रोग्राम मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो। अगर आप भी मैथ्स के बारे में कुछ जानना चाहते हैं या फिर हमें कुछ बताना चाहते हैं तो तरीका बहुत ही आसान है। आप हमें ईमेल कर सकते हैं radiomust@gmail.com पे या फिर आप लॉग इन कर सकते हैं हमारे फेसबुक पेज पर मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो @must। टिल देन टेक केयर।
This is Must Radio, only on 107.8 FM.
Maths on Radio, a program catalyzed and supported by National Council for Science and Technology Communication, Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi.